You graduate high school. You know how to solve for X, but you have no idea how to pay rent. You step into adulthood like someone who's been handed a treasure map, but all the landmarks are missing. It's not your fault no one gave you the guidebook, and now you're expected to just figure it out on the fly. Our parents, many were too busy keeping the lights on to teach us money skills. They were navigating their own storms paycheck to paycheck, juggling bills, doing the best they could, and sometimes the advice they did have was outdated for today's world. We inherited their survival mode, not their strategy. Picture this: you're 23, you land your first paycheck. You feel like you're on top of the world for about 5 minutes. Then rent, groceries, bills, and a random emergency take it all. Not because you're reckless, but because no one showed you how to make the money last. And that's why we're here today. This isn't about shaming you, it's about giving you a money map no one ever handed you. We're going to talk about real, practical steps that actually work in your 20s. No boring textbook stuff, just what you need to start winning with your money. If your parents never taught you about money, it's not your fault, but it is your responsibility now. So let's make this easier than you ever thought budgeting could be. Hey friends, I'm Sophia, and welcome to the Sophia Cash channel, helping you glow up financially. If you want to go from broke and confused to confident with cash, hit that subscribe button and let's grow together. Quick note: this video is for educational purposes only. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm your money big sister. Today we're breaking down budgeting for people in their 20s. Especially if you've never been shown how, we're talking about mindset shifts, easy systems, and real-life examples so you can finally stop feeling behind. The title of this video is Budgeting in Your 20s When You Got $0 Financial Advice from Parents. Grab a notebook or open your notes app. Your money glow up starts right now. Budgeting without knowing your habits is like going on a road trip with no map. You'll just wander until you run out of gas. Before you can fix anything, you have to see where your money is really going. Think of it like shining a flashlight into a messy closet. Only then can you start organizing. This is where your money story begins. Are you a spender who loves the thrill of a new purchase? Or a saver who gets joy from watching your balance grow? Maybe you're an avoider who hopes money problems will just disappear. Or a planner who organizes every cent. None of these are good or bad, they're just starting points. Knowing which one you are helps you budget in a way that actually works for you. For 1 week, track every single thing you spend: coffee, snacks, late night online buys. Don't judge yourself. Just collect the data like an explorer taking notes in the field. You might be surprised at what patterns show up. It's not about guilt, it's about clarity. Notice when emotions are steering your wallet: stress, shopping after a bad day, or scrolling when you're bored. Everyone has triggers, and they're not a sign of weakness, just a signal to pay attention. Once you spot them, you can plan around them instead of being surprised. Accept where you are right now. This is your launch pad. Trying to budget without a goal is like driving with no destination. You'll waste time, energy, and money and still feel lost. Your money should have a purpose, even if it's small at first. The first step is knowing where you want to end up. Think about your short-term goals, the things you want to achieve in the next 3 to 12 months. Maybe it's building a small emergency fund, or saving up for that weekend trip with friends. Short-term goals keep you motivated because they feel close and doable. They're like checkpoints on your money adventure. Now, dream bigger. What about the next 5 to 10 years? These are your long-term goals: buying a home, starting a business, or traveling the world. They take more time and planning, but they give your journey a true direction. Without them, you might end up wandering forever. Keep your goals specific and measurable, like saving $500 for an emergency fund. And don't just think about them, write them down. Goals in your head can get lost, but goals on paper become a real plan. This is how you give your money a mission. If your bank account feels like a mystery box, tracking is like flipping on the lights. You finally see where the money is going, no more guessing. It's like opening a treasure chest and realizing what's actually inside. The first step to control is to stop flying blind. Pick a tracking method you can actually stick to: spreadsheet, app, or even a notebook. The best method is the one you'll keep using, not the fanciest one. Keep it simple so it becomes part of your daily routine. Think of it as your adventure map, guiding every step. Separate your needs from your wants in a way you can actually see. Maybe it's highlighting them in different colors or making to clear lists. The goal is to spot the difference instantly, like knowing which path leads to treasure and which leads to traps. Visual clarity makes better decisions effortless. Track your spending for at least 30 days before making big changes. Review your progress weekly so you can adjust in real time. It's like checking your compass during a long journey. You don't wait until you're lost to see where you are. Regular check-ins keep you on the right path. When you grow up with zero financial advice, money can feel like a mystery map with no directions. But here's the thing: you can draw your own map, and today, I'm showing you one of the easiest maps ever: the 50, 30-20 rule. It's simple enough that you can remember it even when life gets messy. Think of your money like a pizza. Half of it is for your must-haves like rent, groceries, and bills. That's the foundation, the crust that holds everything together. Without it, the rest can't exist, so make sure your needs are covered before you sprinkle on any extra toppings. Next, 30% is for your wants, your adventures, hobbies, and the fun that makes life feel like more than just surviving. This is where you choose the toppings you love, like extra cheese or wild pineapple. It's your flavor make account. Finally, 20% goes to your future. You save it or pay off debt so future you can live with less stress. Think of it as planting seeds that grow into safety and freedom. You might not eat those seeds now, but one day they'll feed you. An emergency fund is like that spare phone battery you forget about until you're stranded with 1% left and nowhere to charge. It's the silent backup that turns panic into relief. You may not think about it much now, but when life throws you a curveball, you'll be so glad it's there. It's not just money, it's peace of mind in your back pocket. Start small. Even $100 in your emergency fund beats having nothing when trouble hits. That little cushion can keep you from swiping a credit card and sinking into debt. Think of it like planting a tiny seed. It's not much now, but it can grow into something life-saving later. Eventually, you want this fund to cover 3 to 6 months of your living costs. That's your safety net if life pulls the rug from under you. It's the difference between scrambling and panic, and calmly figuring out your next move. Think of it as building a sturdy bridge before you need to cross a canyon. Keep your emergency fund separate from your regular spending account, and promise yourself it's only for real emergencies like your car breaking down, unexpected medical bills, or losing your job. It's your life raft when the waters get rough, so don't poke holes in it for fun stuff. Protect it like treasure on a dangerous journey. Step 6 is all about putting your money on autopilot. Think of it like a self-driving car. For your budget, you decide where you want to go, but the car does all the driving for you. This way, you avoid the stress of steering every single day. It's about building a system so your money moves where it needs to without you lifting a finger. First, set up automatic transfers to your savings. This is paying yourself first before rent, before bills, before anything else. It's like putting a treasure chest aside that no one can touch, and it grows over time without you noticing. Even small amounts add up big when they move automatically every month. Next, automate your bill payments so you never miss a due date. No more late fees. No more oops moments. It's like having a loyal robot sidekick who runs ahead to clear obstacles from your path. That way, your financial journey stays smooth and stress-free. Finally, automate your debt payments. This keeps you consistent, chips away at what you owe, and frees your mind from worrying about it. It's like setting a slow but unstoppable train in motion. It just keeps going until it reaches a station. Review your automation every few months to make sure it's still on track. Every dollar you spend is like casting a vote for the kind of life you want. If you're voting for fast thrills every time, you might end up with a life that doesn't truly satisfy you. Think about your money as a compass pointing toward your future. Choose wisely, because each choice shapes your path. Before buying anything, ask yourself, does this actually bring value? Or is it just a quick dopamine hit? That flashy gadget might make you smile for a day, but will you still care about it next month? True value sticks around long after the excitement fades. Let your spending pass the future me will thank me test. Lifestyle creep is sneaky. It's when you start upgrading everything just because you can. One day you're happy with your coffee maker, and the next you feel like you need the fanciest one just to feel okay. But those little upgrades add up fast. Keep your lifestyle in check so your freedom grows instead of shrinking. Budgeting doesn't have to feel like punishment. Give yourself a set amount of guilt-free spending money, and enjoy it without second-guessing. This keeps you happy while still hitting your bigger financial goals. Balance is a secret to making this work long-term. We talked about knowing yourself, setting goals, tracking, keeping it simple, building a cushion, automating, and spending with intention. Budgeting in your 20s isn't about restriction, it's about creating freedom for your future self. If this video gave you even one aha moment, hit like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who needs a money glow up. Drop in the comments what's the biggest money lesson you wish you learned sooner. Let's make the comment section the financial classroom we never had. This is Sophia from Sophia Cash, helping you glow up financially. Remember, your 20s are your practice round. Play smart now, and future you will thank you.